getting to that, and then also just your evolution as a finisher through contact.
Actually, I watched his highlights from college, and he does it a lot. So that's where I got it from. And then it's just like it's like a reaction to the loads. I think a lot of times the way teams play us, they're trying to shell up a lot. So it was something that during the summer I had seen. So I tried to get to that, and I think it's an easier way to get to my spots, when it's kind of clogged up or when teams play good defense. It's not really something that people expect. I don't want to jinx it, but just kind of the way teams were playing us last year and the start of this year was something that I continued to kind of worked on in the summer to be able to kind of get to different spots, and that was like one of the ways that I thought was really, really effective, especially because I go left and, going right as well, being able to do it. So, just understanding that, how teams were playing us, and I think just make it easier to not be as easy to guard. And what was the second word?
Just finishing through contact, because at this point, I mean, you've had, I think back to Denver, the layup you had over like 3 defenders, or that same bucket with the push dribble tonight, which was one of the pivotal sequences down the stretch. Just you finishing through contact at this point. Maybe you might be the best finisher through contact on the team. I don't know.
I think just in the summer I was able to get stronger. It was something that I harped on. I think I was only shooting a little over maybe 2 free throws a game. So a lot of it was, you don't want to leave it in the officials' hands because they're human too, so they might miss stuff. So a lot of it was just predicated on being able to finish through contact and not even have to rely on getting a foul. I think it kind of helped out just in that sense, especially for how much we go to the basket and we kind of attack the paint. I wanted to make sure that I was going in there to actually finish and not look around for a foul.
Go ahead, Barry.
Yeah, Aaron, I think you guys had 9 offensive rebounds. They had 7, and you outscored them 23-5 on second chance points. How much of a boost does that give you when rebounding's not one of your strengths, but when you dominate like that, how much of a boost is that towards victory?
Yeah, I mean, it creates offensive possessions, and, the more offensive possessions you can get, the more you can score. So we emphasize trying to get offensive rebounds and, sending certain guys to crash and grab those to create opportunities, and it leads to open threes and easy layups. So we did a good job of it in the second half, especially tonight, just kind of creating those opportunities.
Aaron, you've been praised for staying ready by this entire team, including Mark. What goes into, what are some of the qualities of a player who just stays ready even whenever you have kind of an abnormal rotational pattern?
I mean, I'm on the bench kind of with a gun. I'm stretching, and I'm just consistently just trying to keep, my blood flowing and staying active so that, when I get in, I'm just, ready to go, not having to, stretch or get a flow of the game. Also, I mean, just being engaged, seeing those guys out there start the game, making sure that, you're actively supporting them. And, even though you're not on the court, they can hear certain things from the bench that you're talking about and yelling. So just being engaged and kind of understanding that, when you step on the floor, you got to be able to contribute and you got to be ready to go. So just kind of having that mindset, every day.
And then, Jada, you've shared the floor a lot with Josh Giddey, and this week's been a really good week for him. Is there anything specifically you've noticed from him this week that's maybe improved or just fit better?
I think teams have been guarding him around the same, so I think he's getting a steady diet of what he wants to do and, sticking with the work that he's putting in, behind closed doors. So I think when you kind of have that combination with that and his confidence as a player, his output is going to constantly go up. And, I think he's just understanding what the team needs and how he can be effective with, different looks that teams would throw at him. I also think he's just shooting with more confidence, playing with more confidence. He's not hesitant. So he's a really good player. So when he's able to do that, which he's been able to do, it makes us all tough to guard.
Mark mentioned, for either of you, Mark mentioned how he prefers you guys to get wins in a bunch of different ways, like scoring a lot of points, 120 plus, or wins like tonight where you only get 107. Because he says you want you guys to be more comfortable in those situations, no matter what it is. What's your assessment of that and the comfortability of winning any way the game goes?
Okay. I don't want to do like the win's a win thing, but I think that's too what he's getting at. You know, as we kind of wind down towards getting closer to playoffs and stuff, however you can get a win and scrape by to get a win and kind of go tooth and nail for a win is big. Anytime we can get a different win than how we had the last time, it just creates more learning experiences for us. You know, I think we get in situations now where we've been in those situations that we have earlier in the year, so it gives us, you know, a little more confidence going into those games and kind of knowing that we can win, you know, through different circumstances. So I think that's probably what he's getting at. You know, the more like variance we have with different wins, I think just kind of down the stretch will kind of help us out.
Can you kind of walk us through the timeline of you watching Aaron's film? Like, was that this year? Is that typical of you to like? Is that typical for you to watch your teammates on college film?
Bro. Yeah, I watch everybody's highlights. There's nobody you can't learn from. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll probably go home and watch them. Yeah, during the summer. You got some good college highlights. You guys go check those out. You got good NBA highlights. Tough.
Shay's talked about what it means to him to hear the MVP chants when he's at the free throw line. But what's it like to be Shay's teammate and to like hear the crowd chant MVP?
It's tough. Sitting on the sideline, you know, seeing that, you know, this. I think that's something that every player probably, you know, thinks of, you know, having the opportunity to just be at the free throw line and take a deep breath and you're hearing MVP chants and you just lock in and hit your free throw. So a lot of respect, and I mean, his hard work is paying off. So it's tough to see. It's awesome.
It's like 2K.
There you go.
Almost for real. But it's cool to have like a city embrace you like that too. So yeah, it's surreal to hear it for him. You know, those experiences, we lived through him as well. You know, so he's definitely earned it.
Thanks, guys.
Yo, y'all see him miss a three and then dunk the putback a while ago? Is that true? I seen the highlight, yo. Oh shit! Yeah.